It's game time. It's game time. Tonight, listen as your Columbia City Eagles take to the court.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am CCHS student Sean Bledsoe, and welcome to Columbia City Basketball here on the WJHS YouTube page. Big thank you to Jonathan Peters for getting us up and running tonight on the side. Jonathan, as always, and then Liberty Nelson and Courtney Johnson on the side for moral support. Also, big thank you to Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren Street in Columbia City. But more importantly, thank you for tuning in tonight. Now, tonight's game is between your Columbia City Eagles and the Canterbury Cavaliers. So sit back, grab some popcorn and some drinks, and enjoy some Columbia City JV basketball. Starting lines will be introduced here relatively soon. I would expect it to be the normal lineup of Hartman, Wilson, Severs, Searball, and Scott, but we shall see. As Mike Hopp is about to make the announcement here at the new Columbia City High School.
Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to tonight's JV contest between the Canterbury Cavaliers and your Columbia City Eagles. Introducing the starters for the Cavaliers. Number 5, Niall Adami. Number 20, Ashton Dressler. Number 34, Eli Pasalic. Number 40, Lucas Austin. And number 44, Luke Chaley.
Starting lineup for the Eagles coming up right here.
Introduce your starters for your Eagles. Number 5, Clayton Scott. Number 15, Rhett Wilson. Number 20, Ethan Severs. Number 24, Evan Searball. And number 30, Braden Hartman.
Yep, just as I suspected, Hartman, Wilson, Severs, Searball, and Scott is your starting lineup for the Eagles, as first quarter action is about to get underway here at Columbia City High School. And it looks like, let's see, who will be jumping for the ball here? Looks like it will be Searball to jump. And the tip is quickly controlled by the Eagles, given up to Scott. Scott off the glass, rattles in. Easy, early 2 points for the Eagles here. As Canterbury comes across the midcourt stripe, penetrates down into the right wing, backs out, hands it off to a man top of the key, down onto the left wing, down into the left corner. Quickly double teamed by the Eagles, and it's given away straight to Hartman. Hartman gives it down to a cutting Wilson, and that's an errant pass over to Canterbury. Canterbury down onto the right wing, throws a cross-court pass onto the left wing. Back over top of the key. Dribbling around, down onto the right wing. He'll penetrate down into the paint, take a mid-range jumper, front iron backboard, no good. Rebound by Scott, and Scott's gonna dribble up the court, hand over to Wilson. Wilson penetrating down into the right wing. He'll take a mid-range jumper, back iron, no good. Rebound by Canterbury. That pass was tipped away by Hartman. Hartman giving it over to Searball. Searball back over to Hartman. Hartman will load up a three and scores! 5-0, your Eagles lead over the Cavaliers. 5:45 left in this first quarter. Canterbury holding it on the left wing, over to the top of the key. Down over to the big man on the right wing. Feeds it back across the court to the elbow. Down low to the big man. Puts it off the glass, no good. Rebound by Wilson. Wilson dribbling around on the right wing, looking to set something up here. Hands it over to Searball. Searball top of the key. Dribbles around, rotates it down to Hartman in the corner. Hartman down to Wilson. Wilson in the paint, dishes it out to Scott. Scott penetrates, turns around, dishes out to Severs. Severs will load it up and scores. 8-0, your Eagles lead. 5:05 left in this first quarter. Cavaliers will load up a three. Front iron, no good. Cavaliers get the rebound down into the right corner. They'll penetrate, go into the paint, off the glass, and in. 8-2, the Eagles lead over the Cavaliers. 4:51 left in this first quarter. As Wilson comes across the half-court stripe. Tries to throw a pass that's tipped away by Canterbury, quickly recovered by Severs. Severs will penetrate down to the baseline, and the corner back out. Hand it over to Wilson, over to Searball. Rotates it over to Hartman. Hartman to a cutting Wilson. Wilson off the glass and scores. 10-2, the Eagles lead. 4:30 left. Canterbury down onto the right wing. And looks like there was a travel there. Columbia City now has possession. And they will make a substitution. As Wilson will bring it across the midcourt stripe. Dribble down onto the left wing. Gives it to a cutting Hartman. Hartman gets fouled. And it looks like Hartman will be shooting two. His first trip to the charity stripe tonight. First free throw underway. Back iron rattles out. Second free throw for Hartman here. Fires and scores. 11-2, the Eagles lead over the Cavaliers. 4:12 left in this first quarter. Canterbury, top of the key. Rotates it over to the right wing. Dribbling around, penetrates down into the paint, gets stripped away, and Cavaliers will maintain possession and make a substitution. Good defense from what looked to be Searball down there in the paint. Able to knock that ball away. As Cavaliers will look to inbound the ball here. And they'll dish it out to the top of the key. Down onto the left wing, dribbling around, heavily pressured by Searball. Down onto the right wing, down to a man on the free throw line. He didn't expect that pass. It goes in Wilson's favor. Wilson dribbling around, goes to the free throw line, hands it over to Searball. Searball will go baseline, goes up strong and scores. Correction, Scott there. Scott on the layup. 13-2, your Eagles lead. 3:34 left in this first quarter. Cavaliers down onto the left wing. Dribbling around, top of the key, rotates over to a man on the right wing. Gives it out to man on the left wing, loads up a three, that's no good. Scott's got the ball, dribbling up the floor. Dish it out to Wilson, no, he travels. Just a bit indecisive there for Clayton Scott, and it looks like Sam Ash will check into the game for Brady Hartman. 13-2, the Eagles lead, 3:14 left in this first quarter. Cavaliers dribbling around down into the left corner. Back out top of the key. Rotates it around to the right wing. Holding it. Gives it to a cutting man on the left elbow. He'll penetrate the baseline. Not baseline, check that free throw line. They load up a three, that's no good. Rebound by Hogue. Hogue has checked into the game. Hands it off to Wilson on the right wing. Wilson down low to Scott. Scott dishes it back out to Searball. Searball will penetrate. He'll go up strong off the glass. No good, but there's a foul on the play. And it looks like Searball will be shooting two. 13-2, your Eagles lead. 2:41 left in this first quarter. As Searball's first free throw. Shoots, fires, and scores. 14-2, the Eagles lead as the Eagles and the Cavaliers make a couple of substitutions here. And Searball's second free throw is good. 15-2, the Eagles lead. 2:41 left in this first quarter. Searball checks out of the game. And the Cavaliers will bring it across the new Columbia City High School logo. Down onto the right wing. Top of the key. Gives it to a cutting man. He's going into the paint, goes up strong, hits the front iron and rattles in. 15-4, Eagles lead. As they'll bring it up the court here. Hands it over to Hogue in the corner. Hogue back out. Over to Bile. Bile will penetrate down into the paint, puts up a shot, front iron, backboard, no good. Rebound by Canterbury. Canterbury will quickly push it up the court. High right, top of the key, rotates it around onto the left wing. Back out onto the right wing. Top of the key, new logo. Left wing, they'll penetrate down, and it gets picked off by what looks to be Hogue. Hogue pushing up the court 1-on-4. He holds it, gives it over to Scott. Scott back over to Hogue. Hogue will load up a three, and it rattles out. Looked like it was going in there for a moment. Canterbury gets the rebound. 15-4, Cavaliers trail. Trying to set something up here. Got four guys around the arc, one down into the paint. And it looks like the Eagles will take a timeout here. Talk to you about some underwriters real quick. Tonight's game is brought to you by the attorneys at Myers, Hockemeyer, and McNagny, LLP, located across from the post office in Columbia City. They're on the line at 260-248-2224 and on the web at whitleylaw.com. Thank you to Main Bowl of Columbia City for bowling celebrations and parties, famous fried fish, and when the Eagles win at home, free bowling for students with their school ID. Main Bowl of Columbia City, 2 blocks south of Van Buren on Main. As the Eagles lead this game 15-4 over the Canterbury Cavaliers. Started off with a really quick, they had a really quick start tonight, the Eagles did. Right off the tip, they were able to score an easy 2 points and then made a couple threes, made a couple other buckets. It's been an easy start for the Eagles. You just got to keep it up for the rest of the game. As both teams will break huddle here. And the Cavaliers will inbound the ball here. Dribbling around, top of the key, down high right. Looking down low, nope, gives it off to a man, top of the key. Feeds it down low to the big man. Big man off the glass, no good. Rebound by Scott. Scott will give it up. As the Eagles bring it across the midcourt stripe. Hands it over to Hogue on the right elbow. Back to a cutting man, hits him in the face, and it goes into the Cavaliers' possession. Cavaliers dish it out to a man on the left wing. He'll penetrate baseline, go up strong, air ball, rebounded by Ash. Ash will push it up the court, give it over to Bile on the left wing. Bile dribbling around over top of the key, down onto the right wing to Hogue. Hogue will penetrate baseline. Doesn't get anywhere with it, kicks it back out. They'll take a mid-range jumper, front iron, no good. Rebound by the Cavaliers as they'll push it up the court here. Top of the key, dribbling around, penetrates down low, takes a mid-range jumper and scores. 15-6, the Eagles lead. 33 seconds left in this first quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Philman tells his guys to hold for one here. Hands it over to Hogue on the right wing. Hogue dribbling around. 24 seconds left. Ash, top of the key. Ash penetrating, doesn't get anywhere with it. Down on high right. Back out top of the key. Back over to Ash, and Ash throws it away. Not the thing you want to see. Wide open Bile, and Bile just wasn't expecting that pass. The Cavaliers make a quick substitution here. 13 seconds left. Eagles lead 15-6. 13 seconds to work with here. Cavaliers got plenty of time. So they'll bring it across mid-court stripe. 7 seconds left. They'll go baseline. Back out. Over onto the left wing. Top of the key. Dribbling around. Penetrating into the paint. Put up a shot. And rattles around and no good. First quarter score here at the new Columbia City High School. 15-6. Your Eagles lead over the Canterbury Cavaliers. Talk to you about some underwriters real quick. WJHS Music is made possible by Hyvidex Vinyl, Classic Records Music, and Vintage Age Clocks. Also, handcrafted steampunk oddities, one of a kind. Hyvidex Vinyl is located in the vintage antique marketplace on Chauncey Street in Columbia City. Tonight's game feed is brought to you by Exotic Nails and Spa. The stylists at Exotic Nails in Columbia City provide the hair colors and fashionable cuts of the season. Exotic Nails and Spa. Buffing and polishing fingernails for the health and beauty with pedicures and manicures. 2, across from Morsha's Builders Mart on Van Buren Street in Columbia City. WJHS is supported by Be Great Honey and Skincare Products. Be Great offers pure local honey, beeswax, lip balm, soaps, and skincare products with delivery to the door available. More information can be found at begreatlocal.com. Second quarter about to get underway here at Columbia City High School. And Canterbury will start off the quarter with possession. Top of the key. Down onto the left wing, high left. Driven around, top of the key. High left. Canterbury looking to set something up here, possibly. Down, rotates it down onto the right wing. Feeds it down to the big man down the baseline. He's trying to get somewhere with it. He loses it. And it's Columbia City ball. Great defense there by the Eagles to force a turnover. Chance to enlarge in their lead here. Hartman down into the left corner. Rotates around top of the key over to Ash, over to Searball. Searball to cutting Hartman off the glass and scores. 17-6, the Eagles lead. 6:22 left in this second quarter. Cavaliers quickly coming across the midcourt stripe. And that pass is picked off by Severs, and it looks like Columbia City will maintain possession. Cavaliers will make a substitution. Great hands there by Severs, able to pick off that pass. And it looks like Wilson will inbound the ball here. Give it out to Hartman, top of the key. Down on to Searball. Searball penetrate and throws it away, and Canterbury will earn another possession here. Just a bad pass there. Didn't look like Severs was ready for that ball. It's Canterbury down onto the left wing. They'll load up a 3. Front arm, backboard, no good. Rebound by the big man. Big man goes up strong and scores. 17-8, the Eagles lead. 5:54 left in this second quarter. Wilson down over to Ash in the corner. Back over to Wilson. Top of the key. Down onto the left wing. Hartman to a cutting Wilson. Wilson in the paint. And loses it. And the Cavaliers will make another substitution. They've been using their substitutions a lot tonight. Cavaliers coach trying to find an answer, trying to pull them back into this game as they trail. Cavaliers down onto the left wing. Feeds it down low to the big man. Big man gives it out to a man on the right elbow. He'll fire and score. 17-10, the Eagles lead. Cavaliers cut their deficit to 7. Wilson, top of the key over to Searball. Searball to Ash on the right wing. Ash dribbling around, gives it over to Hartman. Hartman will load up a 3, top of the key. Back iron, no good. Rebound by the Cavaliers. Hartman tried to get his own rebound. Cavaliers down onto the right wing. Rotates it around, left wing, penetrates, gives it off to Mann. He'll load up a 3, back iron, no good. Rebound by Ash. Ash will push it up the court here. Go down onto the right wing, behind the back, hands it over to Searball. Searball top of the key. Between the legs, penetrates into the paint, dishes out to Ash. Ash will load up a 3, back iron, no good. Rebound by the Cavaliers. 4:37 left in this second quarter as the Cavaliers trail by 7 to the Eagles. Cavaliers holding top of the key. Rotates around onto the right wing. Rotates around high left, tries to penetrate, doesn't get anything out of it. Dish it down to the right corner. Back out top of the key. Dribbling around. Nearly gets picked off. It does get picked off by the Eagles. Wilson pushing it. He'll go up strong. He gets fouled. And Wilson will make a trip to the charity stripe.
Number 20, Ashton Dressler, 2 shots.
4:13 left in this second quarter. Wilson with a chance to add 2 more points to the Columbia City lead. First free throw, lets it go, and scores. 18-10, the Eagles lead. Scott will check in for Ash, and the Cavaliers will make a couple of substitutions here.
Along with Clayton Scott, 5 for the Eagles.
And Wilson, second free throw about to come underway here. Fires, and it rattles in. 19-10, the Eagles lead. 4:13 left in this half. The Cavaliers bring it across the midcourt stripe. High right, rotating around. He'll try to go down to the baseline, doesn't get anything out of it. Gives it out to a man, top of the key. He'll penetrate down to the baseline, doesn't get anywhere with it. Kicks it out to a man, top of the key. Dribbling around, rotates it around left wing. He'll penetrate into the paint, dish it off to a man on the baseline. Short little teardrop, rolls around, no good. Cavaliers get the rebound though. They'll load up a 3, top of the key. Back iron, no good. Cavaliers still with the ball. Throws it down the baseline. Dishes it out onto the left wing. He'll penetrate, gives out to a man to the top of the key, and they'll look to reset. Down on to the left wing. Back out top of the key, rotate around high right. Down into the right corner. Crosses over, penetrates in the paint, and he travels. Columbia City gets the ball back. With 3:18 left in this second quarter, 19-10, Eagles lead. As Wilson brings it across the midcourt stripe, top of the key, dribbling around. Penetrate down onto the right elbow, backs out, gives it over to Hartman. Hartman will load up a 3, rattles around, no good. Cavaliers get the rebound. 3 minutes left in this half. Quickly pressured by Severs. Down into the right corner. Back out, top of the key, down onto the left wing, down into the left corner. Rotates around, top of the key. Canterbury penetrates, down onto the left wing. They'll load up a 3, back iron, rolls around, no good. Rebound by Hartman. Hartman will give it up to Wilson, and Wilson will push it up the court. Gives it over to Searball, back over to Wilson, to a cutting Severs, scores! 21-10, the Eagles lead, 2:27 left in this second quarter. Cavaliers coming across the new Columbia City High School logo. Quickly and heavily pressured by Ethan Severs. Michael Severs already graduated. Canterbury dribbling around. Top of the key, hands it off to a man on the left wing. Dribbling around. Heavily pressured by Hartman. He'll get past Hartman. And it looks to be a foul on Brady Hartman. Trying to get a bit too handsy with that. Reaching in a bit too much, and it looks like Cavaliers will make, looks to be 3 substitutions. Bile will come in for Searball. Cavaliers got pretty much a new lineup in there. And they'll inbound the ball with 1:58 left here in this half. Quickly pressured by Sievers. Down onto the right wing. They'll try to go baseline. Doesn't get anything out of it. Dish it out to a cutting man. Backboard, front rim, no good. There's a foul on the play. And it's on the Cavaliers, and Columbia City will earn the possession. 21-10, the Eagles lead. 1:45 left in this second quarter. As Wilson looks to Coach Philman to get a play. Penetrate down into the paint, hands it over to Sievers. Sievers on the left wing, gives it to a cutting Hartman. No, bad pass, and the Cavaliers will earn possession. Not a great pass there by the Eagles. Definitely looked like he thought Hartman was going to keep cutting there. Canterbury, top of the key. Dribbles around, penetrates down into the paint, dishes it out to the big man, back out into the left corner. He'll penetrate down and puts up a shot, no good. Cavaliers get the rebound, and looks to be a foul. The ref looked to motion on the floor foul. And it's an Eagle foul, and the Cavaliers will maintain possession here. Give it down to a man in the paint. He's quickly triple team. Gives out to a man in the corner and scores. 3-pointer for the Cavaliers. They close the lead. 21-13, the Eagles. Lead over the Cavaliers. He gives it over to Scott. Scott in the corner for an answer. No good. Tipped around. And it is out on the Eagles. Cavaliers will earn another possession as they trail by 8. 45 seconds left in this second quarter. Cavaliers down onto the right wing. Holding it, rotates around high left, down into the left corner. Holding it, looking for something down low. Gets nearly picked off by Wilson. They'll load up a three, no good. Being tipped around, and there's a foul. And it looks to be a foul on the Cavaliers. Columbia City will get the ball back with 30 seconds left in this half. And it looks like Wilson will bring it across the midcourt stripe. 21 seconds left in this second quarter. Looks like the Eagles will hold for one here. 10 seconds left. Wilson still dribbling around. 6 seconds. Wilson penetrates down into the paint, puts up a shot off the glass, no good. Being batted around, and it looks like that will be the end of the first half here at Columbia City High School. Eagles lead 21-13 as the first half comes to an end. Talk to you about some underwriters real quick. WJHS Sports is brought to you by the special occasions made at TNT Floral Shop for weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, and love gifts. Delivery, pickup available. More ideas can be seen on TNT Floral Shop's Facebook and Instagram page. Tonight's game is brought to you by the family of Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services. Services include residential pickup, commercial roll-off containers, clean up, and bulk items picked up too since 1986. Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services. Tonight's game is brought to you by the attorneys at Myers, Hockemeyer, and McNagny, LLP, located across from the post office in Columbia City. They're on the line at 260-248-2224 and on the web at whitleylaw.com. Thank you to Maine Bowl in Columbia City for bowling celebrations and parties, famous fried fish, and when the Eagles win at home, free bowling for students with your school ID. Maine Bowl in Columbia City, 2 blocks south of Van Buren on Maine. WJHS posts and highlights and schedules is on Facebook. Give us a like and a follow. You can listen online just like the on-air broadcast. Visit WJHS915.org. As the varsity team's getting some warm-up time here, 21-13, the Eagles lead the Cavaliers here in this first half, and it's been all Columbia City in this first half. JV Eagles have come out really quick, really strong. They've made a couple key buckets and transition, and then also just making a couple key three-pointers. Hartman's made a couple, and that's kind of the story coming into the season. Braden Hartman being a sharpshooter freshman coming out of middle school. That was his identity coming into high school. We knew that he would probably be starting JV, and he has made that appearance in the first game of the season against Wico, and in this game. I don't know what else to say about this kid. He's just a really good shooter. He can penetrate into the paint. He can draw fouls. He can make open shots, similar to what Mitchell Wilson could do in his time here at Columbia City. And then also Rhett Wilson. He's been the main point guard for the Eagles this year, and he's been doing a great job following in the footsteps of his brother. Where's his brother's number for the varsity games? Always good to see carry on the brother legacy there. This JV team, they are stacked. They are young. They are loaded. It should be amazing to see what this team can do in the future years when they become a varsity team. When we're talking about our varsity team, though, you talk about some of the guys, Seth Mills, Greg Bolt, Andrew Hedrick, the young sophomore. These guys are hungry and eager for a great season this year. What else to say? I don't know. With the new coach, head coach Matt Schaus coming in from the Jimtown Jimmies, they've been finding a good bond, him and his team. This Eagles team, they're young. Majority of it's a junior lineup with Andrew Hedrick being the obvious exception to that, being a sophomore. And talk about Andrew Hedrick real quick. This kid is talented. He's got a great basketball IQ. He's always keeping his head up, looking for the open guys on the court. And then this kid can shoot, as we saw during the opening night here at Columbia City. He made that game winner against Whitco. Sure, there were 0.3 seconds left. Can't call it a buzzer beater, but I'm going to call it a game winner. The kid can shoot. Gave Columbia City their first win as they'll look to improve to 2-0 tonight against this Canterbury Cavaliers varsity team. .55 left in this halftime intermission. 21-13, the Eagles lead over the Cavaliers. For those of you that may have just joined us. Can you grab my water bottle out of the second biggest pocket? My bad. I should have had that ready, John. Thank you, sir. I should have had that ready. That's my bad. Tech guy, so he shouldn't be the water boy. That is a great movie. Have you seen that movie? Waterboy? It's a really good movie. Adam Sandler, man, he's a great actor. Great actor, Adam Sandler is. John also hosts the what? JWCP. It goes live on what? Saturdays at noon. Noon or midnight? Which 12 are we talking about? PM. PM? Jeez. Okay. AM. AM? PM? Which one? PM. Okay. All right. I was going to say, I hope you're not going live at 12 a.m. Your parents would probably be questioning why you're up at that time. If you want to tune into JWCP game activity, yeah, plug there for Jonathan Peters. Then also tune into the Bledsoe Sports Beat, Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Talk about the latest sports news every week. It's been a big weekend, NFL playoffs, so that's kind of been the story. Chiefs making their AFC Championship appearance, trying to defend their Super Bowl title after last year's win against the San Francisco 49ers at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Then he also got the Buffalo Bills. They're making their first AFC Championship appearance in a while. Then on the NFC side of things, you got the mighty Aaron Rodgers. Of course, you kind of expect him to be in the picture every year. What a seasoned veteran, what an amazing quarterback, and he's having a career year. I think probably the best year in his career. So, yeah, that's been the story of that. And then Tampa Tommy, you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Tom Brady going down to Tampa Bay, he's transformed that offense into arguably the best offense on paper in the NFL. So, we'll see what the divisional rounds bring this weekend But stay tuned. Bledsoe Sports Beat, Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Make sure to tune in. Got to put in the plug. Shameless plug, right, John? Shameless? No, not shameless. No, it's not shameless. As the JV teams are coming out to start warming up here, 3 minutes left in this halftime intermission. Justin Daly checking in into the stream. Thomas Crow, old friend from Franklin, plays varsity basketball down at Franklin. Go Grizzly Cubs. Gotta shout you out, Thomas. And it looks like the varsity team for Canterbury is still putting up shots. They're looking to get a win tonight over the Columbia City Eagles. And their team is just height. That's their kind of team identity there. They are just tall and just very quick team. They like to push the ball up the court. They like to shoot a three-pointer when they can. I mean, you can kind of see it here with warm-ups. They're taking a lot of three-pointers, a lot of shots from outside the arc. That's kind of become the philosophy of basketball now. It's taking the outside shot, scoring three-pointers, getting your points from beyond the arc. And that's kind of been the identity for the Cavaliers. And then also just talking about this Columbia City, the Eagles team tonight, what they're going to have to do to get that varsity win. They're going to have to play lockdown defense. Obviously, Matt Schau's coming into Columbia City. That's been his identity. He's instilled that in his freshman, JV, and varsity teams. That's kind of the one thing that he's kind of cracked down on is like, you got to play great defense. Defense wins games. Defense wins championships. Hopefully the Columbia City Eagles can get there this year, get to a sectional title game, win that sectional title game, and hopefully move on to regionals and hopefully state. Final minute 15 of warm-ups here. John, you may want to get into position. Going through your cash. Oh, you're ordering food, I see. Ordering food, huh? Yeah. As the horn sounds here in the new Columbia City Gym, stadium seating all around. Man, John, I don't know what to tell you. When this whole COVID thing gets over, that gym's gonna be packed.
Oh, it's gonna have hundreds of people in it.
Definitely. It's going to be packed. Stadium seating. I'm scared to see what that student section's going to do. You know, I mean, I know a couple of my friends are going to be running it next year. Hopefully, if we have a student section next year, and it's going to be insane.
Football season was absolutely crazy.
Yeah, we had packed stands.
They had packed stands. I can't wait to see for basketball, which is just as popular.
Definitely, Columbia City basketball and Columbia City football. I mean, obviously, two biggest sports in Indiana. I mean, Indiana being a basketball state in general. So it'll be interesting to see how those stands look. I mean, obviously, with players being limited to, I believe it's one ticket per player. Yes, one ticket per player. So that's the story there with all the COVID precautions. As second half action is about to get underway here at the new Columbia City High School, the Eagles lead the Cavaliers 21-13. The guys in the game for the Eagles, it looks like Searball, Hartman, Wilson, Scott, and Sievers, your starting lineup from tonight. As Hartman dribbles around onto the right wing, down onto the right corner. Heavily pressured by his man. Tries to feed it down low to Scott, off his shoe, and out of bounds. And the Cavaliers will earn possession. Quick turnover for the Eagles, not what we want to see. Trying to keep that lead as Hartman picks up his man at the new Columbia City logo. Quickly trapped. Cavaliers down to the left wing. Down low to a man in the paint. He'll put up a shot. Front iron, no good. Rebound being battered around off of a Canterbury Cavalier, and it ends up in Scott's possession. Scott gives it over to Wilson, and Wilson travels. Wilson was about to pull up for a three there. Not sure why he didn't. I mean, he had a wide open shot. Just kind of hesitated and saw that the lane was open and tried to go down there, but he traveled. Cavaliers with possession. Rotates around onto the left wing. Quickly being double-teamed by Hartman and Searball. Rotating around down to the right wing. Gives it down to the big man. Big man swings it out. He'll take a mid-range jumper. That's off the mark. No good. Rebound by Sievers. 6:09 left in this third quarter. 21-13. The Eagles lead. And it has been a scoreless minute here in the third quarter as Wilson holds it, dribbling around top of the key, high left. Penetrates, hands it off to Hartman. Hartman penetrates down to the elbow, dishes it back out to Wilson. Wilson on the left wing. Wilson penetrating into the paint, dishes it out to Scott. Scott looks, penetrates into the paint, goes up strong, off the glass and in. 23-13, the Eagles lead over the Cavaliers. 5:38 left in this third quarter. As the Eagles pick up their zone defense, Cavaliers penetrate down into the paint, take a mid-range jumper, front iron, no good. Rebound by Scott, gives it over to Wilson. Wilson pushes it up the court over to Hartman. Hartman will load up a three and scores! 26-13, the Eagles lead. 5:20 left in this third quarter. Talk about the sharpshooter, Brady Hartman, coming up from middle school. It's Cavaliers holding it on the right wing. Rotates around, down into the left corner. Dribbles around, penetrates, dishes it out to a man, top of the key. Down onto the right wing. Dishes it down low to a man on the free throw line. Dishes it out into the left wing. Left wing will load up a three. Off the mark, no good. Rebound by the Cavaliers. Cavaliers down in the left corner. Dribbling around on the right wing. Rotates around top of the key. Quickly double teamed by the Eagles. Down to the baseline. Feeds it down low to a man in the paint. Dishes it back out into the left corner. He'll penetrate down to the paint. Goes up. Front iron, no good. Rebound by the Cavaliers. Puts up. And it's off the mark. Wilson gets the rebound. And Wilson will push it up the court here. Dribbling around. Down to the baseline, backs out, down into the right corner. Dish it over to Sievers. Sievers over to Hartman. Hartman rotates it over to Scott in the left corner. Scott dribbling around over to Hartman. Hartman top of the key, rotates around to Wilson. Wilson on the right wing. Wilson dribbling around, penetrates into the paint, dishes out to Searball. He'll load up a three and scores! 29-13, the Eagles lead. 4:14 left in this third quarter. Hot start for the Eagles here in the second half as the Cavaliers will come across the midcourt stripe. Top of the key. Holding it, backs out, gives it out to a man on the right wing. Dribbles around. And it nearly gets picked up by Hartman, and it does, picked up by Scott, and rattling around on the floor. And the Cavaliers get possession back. Feeds it down low to the big man. Big man turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound by Hartman. Hartman over to Wilson. Wilson pushing up the court. He'll penetrate down into the paint. Goes up strong, gets blocked. Good defense there by the Cavaliers, but Columbia City will maintain possession as the Cavaliers look to make a substitution here. Sievers will inbound the ball, and the Cavaliers will make a late substitution here. Rotate in two fresh guys. 3:36 left in this third quarter, 29-13, the Eagles lead. Sievers inbounds the ball to Wilson, kicks it out to Searball. Searball down over into the corner. They'll load up a three and scores! 32-13, the Eagles lead, and the Eagles are hot from beyond the arc here in this third quarter. 3:22 left. Canterbury down into the right corner. Back down into the right corner, feeds it down low to the big man. Big man dishes back out onto the right wing, top of the key. Big man will load up a three. No good. Rebounded by Wilson. Wilson pushing it up the court. Dish it over to Hartman. Hartman will up another three. No good. Rebounded by the Cavaliers. As they'll push it up the court. They'll load up a long two. Front iron no good. And it looks like it will be out of bounds on the Cavaliers. Unable to save it there. Cavaliers making another substitution here. 32-13. Your Eagles lead over the Canterbury Cavaliers. 2:47 left in this third quarter. Cavaliers make another late substitution. And it looks like Wilson will come across the new Columbia City High School logo. Dribbling around, hands it over to Sievers on the right wings, or on the elbow. Check that. Hands off to Hartman. Hartman will penetrate into the paint, goes up strong, runs around, and goes in. 34-13, the Eagles lead over the Cavaliers. 2:25 left in this third quarter. Cavaliers on the right wing. Feeds it down low. And it gets picked off by Hartman. Hartman pushing up the court. He'll penetrate down into the paint. Goes up strong off the glass. Rattles around, no good. Searball tries to go for a rebound, doesn't get it. Cavaliers pushing up the court, hands it over to a man down low of the paint. Front rim, no good. Rebounded by Wilson. Wilson will push up the court. He's got numbers. Dish it over to Scott. Scott goes up strong. It's all ball there. Good defense by the Cavaliers. Cavaliers get another possession here. Minute 45 left in this third quarter. Eagles lead 34-13. Cavaliers holding it out on the right wing. Rotates it around, top of the key. Down into the left corner. Big man will load up a three and scores! 34-16, the Eagles lead. Cavaliers trying to cut into that Eagle lead. Minute and a half left. As the Eagles give it down into the paint to Searball, and it looks like there's a foul called here. And it looks to be a Cavalier foul. And Hogue will check in for Hartman, and the Cavaliers make a couple of substitutions. Minute 22 left. As it looks like Severs will inbound the ball to Wilson. Wilson off the glass and in. 36-16, the Eagles lead. Minute 15 left. Cavaliers pushing it across the half-court stripe. Penetrates down into the right wing. Gives it off to man baseline, top of the key. They'll load up a three and score! 36-19, the Eagles lead. So Wilson down, penetrates into the paint, hands it off to Searball. Searball puts it off the glass and in. 38-19, the Eagles lead. 45 seconds left in this third quarter. Cavaliers dribbling around, top of the key. Hands it over to a man on the right wing. High right, dribbling around, top of the key. Holding it on the logo. Down onto the left wing. They'll up a three, front iron, no good. Rebound by the Cavaliers. Dish it out to man, top of the key. He'll penetrate down into the paint. Hands off to man on the baseline. Throw it back out onto the left wing. Top of the key. They'll up another three. Rattles around, no good. Rebound by Hogue. 16 seconds left in this third quarter. Eagles will most certainly hold for one here as Wilson walks across the half-court stripe. 7 seconds left. And there's a whistle blown here. And it's a Cavalier foul. Cavaliers will make another couple of substitutions here late third quarter. And looks like Severs will inbound the ball here for the Eagles. And he'll give it in to Hogue in the corner. Hogue in the right corner gives it over to Wilson. Wilson will load up a three. Front iron, no good. Rebound by Scott. Scott puts it back up. Front iron, no good. And that's the end of the third quarter here at Columbia City High School. Score, Eagles lead the Cavaliers 38-19. Talk to you about some underwriters real quick. If I can pull them up here on my phone, John. I should have had that ready. I am unprepared. Tonight's game is brought to you by the attorneys at Myers, Hockemeyer, and McNagny, LLP, located across from the post office in Columbia City. They're on the line at 260-248-2224 and on the web at whitleylaw.com. Thank you to Main Bowl in Columbia City for bowling celebrations and parties. Famous fried fish, which I have not had. Have you had that? Their famous fried fish? Is it actually good?
It's really good.
Is it really good? Okay, I need to get there. I need to try it. And when the Eagles win at home, free bowling for students with their school ID. Main Bowl in Columbia City, 2 blocks south of Van Buren on Main. WJHS posts and highlights and schedules are on Facebook. Give us a like and a follow. You can listen online just like the on-air broadcast. Visit WJHS915.org. As the Cavaliers will break huddle to start this fourth quarter, Eagles to follow suit. And the Cavaliers will get the ball to start this fourth quarter. As the Eagles break huddle, Coach Philman filling in his guys here, giving them the fourth quarter game plan as the Cavaliers will try to make a comeback here in this 7-minute fourth quarter. Cavaliers quickly penetrating the paint, kicks it out to a man. He'll load up a three. Front iron, no good. Rebound by Hogue. Hogue been a defensive and rebounding machine so far this year. As Ash is in the game, Ash dribbling around. Down onto the right wing. Dribbling back around. Gives it to a man. Top of the key. Front iron, no good. Rebound by the Eagles. They'll back out. Try to set something up again here. Hand over to Scott on the left wing. Scott penetrates. Hands it over to a man in the corner. Dribbling baseline. Gets it knocked away, and it looks like Columbia City will maintain possession here. As Hogue will inbound the ball. 6:15 left in this fourth quarter. The Eagles lead 38-19. As Hogue inbounds the ball to a man in the left corner. Hands it over to Bile. Bile rotating from the free throw line. He'll take a jumper and scores. 40-19, the Eagles lead. 6:04 left in this fourth quarter as the Cavaliers trotting across the court. Gives it down to a big man down low. Kicks it out into the left corner. Back out onto the left wing. He'll penetrate. Gives it back out to the man top of the key. Penetrates down the free throw line. Backs out. Gives it down into the left corner. Puts up a shot and gets tripped, and that shot is no good. 40-19, Eagles lead. 5:39 left in this fourth quarter. Hogue down into the left corner, rotating around, top of the key, gives it over to Ash. Ash penetrates down, gives it to a cutting Hogue. Hogue off the glass and in. 42-19. Eagles extend their lead. 5:23 left in this fourth quarter. The Cavaliers holding it on the right wing, gives it down low to a man. Back out, top of the key. Down onto the left wing. Back out, top of the key, rotates around onto the right wing. Feeds it down low, nope, he'll back out. Top of the key, rotates around to the left wing. Holding it, tries to penetrate, doesn't get anywhere with it. Feeds it down to the big man off the glass and scores. 42-21. The Eagles lead over the Cavaliers. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game. As the Eagles come across the midcourt stripe. Feeds it down over to Ash on the right elbow. Ash, between the legs, loses his handle. Gives it back out into the right corner. Back over to Ash. Back over to Hogue on the left wing. Hogue, he'll penetrate down to the paint, hand it over to Ash. Ash behind the back, and that gets stripped away from him. Canterbury pushing up the court. He'll go up for a layup and scores. No, it's a charge. Great defense by the Eagles, able to get their feet set. As the Eagles make a substitution here, Hartman checks into the game for what looks to be Clayton Scott. As the Eagles will bring it across the half-court stripe, hand it over to Ash on the right wing. Ash dribbling around, hands it over to Hogue, top of the key. Hogue will penetrate down to the left wing, hand it over to Hartman. Check that, Bile with the baseline jumper and scores. 44-21, the Eagles lead. 4 minutes left in this game. Cavaliers holding it on the new Columbia City logo. Feeds it down low to big man in the paint. Big man gets fouled. Was it on the floor or was it a shooting foul? It looks to be a shooting, yes, a shooting foul. And the Cavaliers will make a trip to the charity stripe here. Looking to cut into that massive Columbia City lead. First free throw underway and scores. 44-22. Cavaliers trail by 22 with 3:50 left. Second free throw underway. Rattles around, no good. Off the hands of the Eagles, and it looks like the Cavaliers will earn another possession here. So inbound the ball, and that quickly gets knocked away by Hartman. Cavaliers still maintain possession. As the Cavaliers penetrate down into the paint, off the glass, no good. Rebound by Ash. Ash dribbling around on the right wing, over to Scott. Scott feeds it down low to Bile. Bile will go with a turnaround jumper, rattles around, no good. Cavaliers coming across the midcourt stripe. Rotating around, top of the key. Penetrate down into the paint. Dish it off to a man on the left wing. They'll load up a three and scores.
3 for Eli Castle.
44-23. The Eagles lead. 3:07 left in this fourth quarter. Ash down in the right corner. Back over to Hartman, top of the key. Over to Hogue in the left corner. Hogue dribbling back around to the top of the key. Hogue trying to set something up. Hands it over to Ash. Down over to Hartman. Hartman to a cutting Hogue. Around the rim. Doesn't go in. And the Eagles maintain possession. As Bile dribbles around on the left wing. Hands it over to Ash on the right wing. Ash. And there's a whistle. Looks to be a foul on the Cavaliers. 2:38 left in this fourth quarter. Your Eagles lead 44-23 over the Cavaliers. As they inbound it to Hogue, down to Bile in the baseline. Back over to Hogue on the left or on the right wing. Check that. Hogue penetrates into the paint. Off the glass. No good. Rebound by the Cavaliers. Cavaliers will bring it across the half-court stripe. 2:22 left in this fourth quarter. Down into the left corner. Gives it to a cutting man, and that gets picked off by the Eagles. Hartman dribbling around. And it looks like he'll come across the half-court stripe, no problem. Feeds it down low to Bile. Bile back over to Hartman. Hartman puts up a layup and scores. 46-23, the Eagles lead. Cavaliers trailing by 23 with less than 2 minutes left in this game. As they score a quick two there, 46-25. As Platt will come across the midcourt stripe. He'll penetrate down into the left wing. Hogue penetrates down into the paint, off the glass and in. 48-25, the Eagles lead. Minute and a half left as Hogue nearly gets the ball there again. And it looks like the Cavaliers will take a timeout with a minute 26 left in this fourth quarter as the Eagles lead 48-25. Talk to you about some underwriters real quick. WJHS Music is made possible by Hyvidex Vinyl, classic records and music, vintage age clocks, handcrafted steampunk oddities, and one-of-a-kind. Hyvidex Vinyl is located in the Vintage Antique Marketplace on Chauncey Street in Columbia City. Tonight's game feed is brought to you by Exotic Nails and Spa. The stylists at Exotic Nails in Columbia City provide the hair colors and fashionable cuts of the season. Exotic Nails and Spa, buffing and polishing fingernails for health and beauty, with pedicures and manicures too, across from Morse's Builders Mart on Van Buren Street in Columbia City. As the Cavaliers break huddle here late in this fourth quarter, Eagles have a commanding lead, 48-25. The Cavaliers will inbound the ball here into the backcourt, dribble around, pass it up the court, onto the right wing. Off the shoe of a Cavalier, and it looks like that will be a Columbia City ball. It looks, and what the Eagles should do here, burn clock, get out of Dodge, get out of here with a win. As Platt goes down onto the right wing, hands it over to Hogue. Hogue down to the free throw line, over to Ash on the left wing. Ash down to Bile on the left elbow. Turnaround jumper for Bile, and that gets blocked. Rebounded by Platt, though. Platt dribbling around, penetrates down to the paint, kicks it out to Ash. Ash into the right corner, penetrates down into the paint, puts up a shot, gets blocked. Being tipped around, gets saved by the Cavaliers, and the Cavaliers will earn possession, and there's a foul on the play. Hogue on the foul there with what appears to be, can't tell because of the basket block in the score, but I think that's 51 seconds left. As Cavaliers inbound the ball down low. Down into the paint, dribbling around. Turnaround jumper off the glass and in. 48-27, the Eagles lead. 35 seconds left in this game as Platt penetrates into the paint and gets fouled and nearly takes out the ref there. As Bile will come over to help Platt to his feet. 33 seconds left. Eagles lead 48-27. And it should be nothing but an easy closeout here for the Eagles as Hartman will inbound the ball to Hogue. Hogue goes up strong off the glass. No good. As they're fighting for the ball, and it's a jump ball. And Columbia City will maintain possession. 25 seconds left in this fourth quarter. As Hartman will inbound the ball again over to Hogue. Hogue dribbling around on the left wing. He'll take it out to the Columbia City High School logo. And Cavaliers will pick up some of the pressure here. Hands it over to Hartman. Hartman dribbling around high left. Hartman over to Bile. Bile. Back over to Hartman. Hartman high left. Still dribbling around. 6 seconds left. 5 seconds left. Pretty much call this game right here. Your Columbia City Junior Varsity Eagles come out with a win tonight. 48-27 over the Canterbury Cavaliers. Just want to say a quick thanks to John. Man, thank you for getting us up again. It's honestly, it's a lot of wires. It is.
It's a lot of wires. It's really messy behind the scenes. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but you know what?
Figure it out, it's really nice.
Yeah, exactly. When you figure it up, it is really nice. Talk to you about some underwriters real quick. Thank our underwriters for tonight's game. Myers, Hockemeyer, McNagny, LLP, Main Bowl, Hyvidex Vinyl, Exotic Nails and Spa, Be Great Honey, TNT Floral Shop, Sweetheimer Trash Removal, and Roll Off Services. And that's pretty much all I've got for tonight. Columbia City Junior Varsity Eagles come out with the win, 48-27. Make sure to tune in to the varsity game coming up here in about 20 minutes. And I will hand it over to Mr. Andrew Thompson. Thank you for all those that tuned in tonight. Thank you to Jonathan Peters again for getting this up again. Thank you to the underwriters. And we will be back with Columbia City Junior Varsity Basketball in the future. Thank you, everyone. Good night.